Well, today is the Irish Attachment in Action's third national conference at the Helix here in Dublin City University. Irish Attachment in Action is a special interest group which formed some 3.5 years ago, and it was framed in a similar organisation called Scottish Attachment in Action in Scotland. We kind of consider relationships within the context of understanding attachment and being trauma informed. And today our conference is based on why attachment matters from trauma to hope. Good morning, everybody, and you're very welcome to our third national conference. It's great to return here to the Helix. We are small, but we are big in hearts.
We will be aware that if we over-rely on emotional information or over-rely on cognitive information and predictability, it'll be really helpful for us to wonder about the other side when we don't do it. If we went through in 5 years what most normal teenagers go through, we'd be talking to people as if this was an unusual 5 years in our life.
By growing up in a really kind of difficult community and a lot of adversity, his mum adored him, and he has a baseline of a secure attachment. He's in GAA and football. Carers, we care for other people, and very often self-care is at the bottom of the pile. And then we become sick and we're no use to anyone. And it's really the most difficult thing, I think. I'm sure if we had that time to have this conversation, we would all struggle. We know all about it, but we would struggle to do it, but we need to find a way.
Only became aware of IAIA recently, but I'm completely impressed by the work that they do. Paul asked me to speak on the impact of being born sick and early on babies and their parents. So basically thinking about the impact of that trauma on the attachment relationship, on the family system and on the babies themselves, especially the developing brain, and thinking about the things we can do to protect the baby and the family. So going from trauma to hope. We also did some qualitative piece of research with fathers of babies born with heart defects, because daddies sometimes get a bit left out. And the quotes that came from the fathers were incredibly powerful. And if anybody wants to contact me, I could send them the papers that were developed from that, because the ones that would have been up in the talk today were really about the themes that emerged from that research. And one was about playing the support act, and really just feeling, everyone's there, they're all buzzing around the baby, they're talking to the mummy, and there's me standing in the corner, useless, not knowing what I can do.
The whole thing about attachment is just intrinsic to my work. I work in a children care social work team, and I work with about 20 kids, and attachment is an issue for all of them.
Okay, so my name is Fiona Gallagher and I'm manager of Young Ballymon, which is a prevention early intervention programme in the Ballymon area near to us here in DCU. So our organisation is very much around early intervention and prevention. We're delighted to be here today because we do a lot of work on trauma and supporting children at a very early age alongside the parent-infant relationship. So it's very important for us to be here today with Irish Attachment in Action.
We're an assessment service that provides multidisciplinary assessments throughout Ireland. It's a great place to meet people that are sharing the same passion for making a difference in children's lives and around attachment repair, and it's great also to be hearing the latest research.
Yeah, great. Well, my name is Maeve Hurley. I'm the CEO of Aigéisteacht. We're a Cork-based charity that provides relational training to practitioners. So I came up today because we work kind of as a partnership with Irish Attachment in Action, and Paul invited me to do a workshop. So I did the workshop earlier on this morning on change and transition and thinking about a narrative of hope even at a time of crisis, and I would have co-facilitated that with Leon Ledridge, who's one of our trainers. So it went very well. I suppose we had about 23 people, and there was a nice sense of engagement, and because it was we had opportunities for people to have small group discussions that created great energy, and we got some very good feedback. And the whole idea was to create that kind of space where, I suppose, when you have time out of work, people could reflect on maybe what goes on for them at times of change and transition and what it might be like for their client group, and also to then think about how our attachment behaviours might be activated at times of crisis or stress, and then what might be going on in our interaction with the parents or the clients that we're working with in terms of attachment behaviours. So it went very well, and we were absolutely delighted, and just thank you to IAIA for the opportunity to be part of today. And I so enjoyed Nicola Doherty's presentation. It was the visuals are fantastic, and the messaging was very clear. And so it's given me lots of food for thought and lots of things to look up. So I'm looking forward to going away. And like you're the first EFIS said this morning, so what are you going to do as a result of today? Like commit to looking after yourself if something comes up for you, but also commit to implementing some of the learnings. So that's the challenge for me, to do that after today.
And I think it's been an absolute fantastic experience to be involved in the conference today. It's something that X-Town hopefully going to become more involved with, and it's great to see the breadth of the speakers and the knowledge base that they have today at the moment.
I'm here today just to learn more about the whole impacts of attachment, and it's been really good, really informative conference, and really good to get an opportunity to meet and network with other people who see this area and topic as a really important I'm from Galway. I'm a kinship carer, so I care for my 4 nieces, and I have 2 children of my own. So kinship care is when relatives step in to care for children when the parents aren't able and not available. So I've been doing that for 7 years, and but without support. So kinship care is a whole new area in terms of family support in Ireland. So we're starting small and turning up and meeting new people and hoping to make an impact and get information and supports to families that need it. It's that connection when you meet people that actually share their knowledge and their experience, and learning through new topics. Nicola's stories about the children were particularly impactful, and it's a lot to think about.
The speakers are very informative, and we'll be able to take bits and pieces of the conference back into our work. The presenter this morning, Aoife, was really relevant to our area of work. I work in fostering, and I recruitment and assessment and supporting families, so it was very significant, her presentation this morning, and the workshop. I really benefited from the workshop and able to take some tools away from that to inform my practice and cascade that down into the team.
Yes, my name is Nora O'Rourke. I work with TUSLA in the social work department in Donegal. There's several of us here, and yet we're enjoying the conference immensely. I suppose we can never get enough information with regard to children and how to work with children. I suppose particularly we work in fostering and children in care, so it's very informative.
And delighted to be here today. The Irish Foster Care Association was part of the initiation of the Irish Attachment in Action, and we provided a secretariat for the organisation for its first year of infancy. So we're delighted the conference is going from strength to strength. The speakers today are excellent, and it's very important that those working in the area of care for children and adults have a greater understanding and an opportunity of an understanding of attachment.
We do support early years providers in terms of learning and development. Really enjoying today. It's a great opportunity to do some networking. Also a good opportunity for learning new skills, learning new knowledge, what's coming up in the field. Really interested in attachment. It's such an important area of study in terms of supporting children and families, particularly as I get the opportunity to work with preschools and creches and different early year settings.
Really enjoying it today. I'm here as part of the committee, the Irish Attachment Action Committee, but I'm really enjoying it on a personal and professional capacity because the presentations have been so varied. We heard about an adolescent perspective on attachment, and then infant mental health and kind of medically fragile babies. Really brilliant presentations and really good workshops. The feedback's been so good, and people have made a lot of connections as well. So it's a great day so far.
It's just all been such a great learning for us. I suppose to bring in so many different practitioners from different backgrounds and to kind of merge them all together, because I suppose families and children, they can all exist in different worlds. So just to have one day where we could all come together and share all those experiences has been really positive.
It was really good. I think there was really nice energy in the room. People seemed really interested. It's just really fascinating about how many different organisations in Ireland and how many different people are using this as kind of a paradigm for their work. And I'm really hoping and I'm really hopeful, seeing the amount of people who've come together today, that that's just going to grow and expand, because I really do think that it will bring a lot of change for families and children, and I think it's a really hopeful way of working with people.
our world is evolved around these amazing thoughts that we throw out there and throw back in, is the hopes and dreams. And we're never too old to have a hope, and we're never too old to have a dream. What would your dream be? What would it look like? And if you were just to think about one small little thing that you could do today or this evening, or when you leave here, that would just shift it, just even one little point up, what would that look like? And it might be that hug that we talk about. I'm a hugger, you know. Buddhist monks maintain that you have to do 9 heart-to-heart hugs per day. My bin men love me. 9 hugs. Hugs are so important.